Welcome to our partner celebration as part of our 40th anniversary celebration. I'll give you a little bit of the history of Moorings Park. In 1974, at the Moorings Presbyterian Church, there was a meeting about a potential retirement community. It wasn't until 1977 that they formed a board of directors, and here is directly from the minutes of that first meeting. This development is not intended to be just another real estate project, but instead a residence for retirees, providing interest, care, and services to each resident if and when needed, and conducted in a pleasant, congenial atmosphere. Of course, at that time, they thought that development was going to be in Pelican Bay. It wasn't until 1980 that they found the property on Goodlet and got a license to operate, signed by future Senator Bill Nelson. 11 years after the license to operate was obtained, the north 40 acres of the original campus was developed. We didn't have any assisted living. 1992 was a big year for Moorings Park. They hired Gutierrez as the executive director and ultimately the CEO, and the three-leg stool began to excel. We have residents, thoughtful, distinguished achievers, expecting excellence. We have a board of directors, accomplished business leaders with passion for successful aging. And finally, we have partners, compassionate, mission-driven people who show up for more than just a paycheck. Then came the growth. At that time, we didn't even have assisted living. In the early 90s, Orchid Terrace South was developed. Then finally, the skilled nursing was moved out of the building that is now Lilac and where we play bridge, and down to the Chateau. It was the first building on the south 40 acres on this campus, and it was not without its controversy. The Chateau was followed quickly by the Bower Chapel, the heart and soul of Moorings Park. Then several IL buildings began to be developed on the original campus. It led to Gray Oaks in 2016, and now moving our first residence into Grand Lake in 2020. Today, we are a mission-driven organization providing simply the best facilities and services for successful aging with professional and compassionate care to each person we serve. We're only as good as each partner living out that mission every day. The work done by the dishwasher, the housekeeper, the engineer maintaining the air conditioning, the caregiver at 1 a.m. over at the Chateau. Our success is a collection of the partners going above and beyond and delivering compassionate service. Now let's hear from a few partners as they share how Moorings Park has made a difference in their lives.
When I applied for the position, it was such a joy to see that opportunity because I had heard all the way to Michigan about Moorings Park and the utmost quality of services that they provided for the residents. The first or second day after I started here, I found this box of just freshly baked cookies that appeared on my desk. It triggered tears in my eyes. That is the summary of what you experience here as you become part of this team. And all of this combined, a quality that cannot be surpassed by any other community, a culture of love and caring, not just for our residents that we serve, but for one another. It's what makes it amazing to be part of this.
I am proud to work at Moorings Park for many reasons. We'd probably be here all day if I was to do that. But working with so many great residents and working with so many great partners has been a great experience for me. Being a recipient of the Spirit Award has really impacted my work by trying to make me do a better job, being more aware, and encouraging others to that they really do acknowledge you and they know you, that you're there, but just to do the very best that I can, just try and be a better person.
When I started working here, I thought, wow, Moorings Park really does care about the staff that work here. And ever since having that feeling and seeing how Moorings Park treats their partners, it encourages me to do the best that I can do every day to help partners in any way that I can. Not only do I try to provide that compassionate care here, but it has motivated me to be more compassionate at home or when I'm in the grocery store or when I'm waiting in line for something. It truly has me thinking about the things that I do for others.
I've been at Moorings Park for 38 years, and what makes me most proud is to have had the opportunity to serve residents. I was just taking a job, and this kind of got into my heart, and it became a career. And before I knew, it was 1 year after another. And I remember when I had been here 10 years, and they kind of really didn't know what to do with us, because there weren't that many that lasted to be in this role for that length of time. I find it exciting year after year. It's different and different things coming up. The opportunities to learn. It's just pretty great ride.
Moorings Park is making a big difference in my life by providing great benefits for people who work at the company. Both my children have received scholarship from Moorings Park. My son will be graduate as a doctor next year in May, and with Moorings Park scholarship, and my daughter is a pre-med student at the University of Florida. What makes me proud to work at Moorings Park, because Moorings Park is a big family. We live like a family at Moorings Park.
I've changed my life when I started Moorings Park, because everything was so hard for me. I was alone in this country, and Moorings Park hugged me. Everybody, residents, employees, and they made me feel like a family. I actually have residents that when I came, I was face to face with them, and they tried to teach me English. So when I finished my scheduled work in Moorings Park in the afternoon, I made them on a break room in their house sometime, and they teach me English. I learned a lot from them. Thanks to the financial support from scholarship and tuition reimbursement, I could achieve the goal, my degrees, my college degrees, and I feel I have to do more for them, because they gave me all that I have right now. I feel like residents and employees are part of my life, and I really want to give back all that support that they gave to me.
Well, Moorings Park has made a difference in my life because of the people here. Not only the staff, the administration staff, but the lower staff, but also the residents. It brings a smile to my face, and I think a little love in their heart when you go the extra mile for them. Giving back is something that I've always done or tried to do. I was in the Habitat program years ago and had to drop out for reasons, but I went back to it, and I really enjoyed doing that. And Moorings Park is part of that sign-up program. They post these programs periodically where we actually have our people go out there and help, and people respond. They respond out of giving back. They want to give back to their community.
The people that work at Moorings Park are all dedicated to giving compassionate care to the residents. The foundation lets residents give compassionate care to its partners across their families. For example, a story comes to mind frequently when someone who works here has received a scholarship, making them the first member of their family to go to college. All of the future generations of that family will be positively affected by that one move. And that family will thrive because it started with the mission of compassionate care.
Thank you, Moorings Park, for being a beautiful organization and a best place to serve our residents and our partners.
Thank you, Moorings Park. I'm just so grateful for everything you've done. I'm so blessed to be here with all the residents and the partners. I thank you truly from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Moorings Park, for all you do for us.
Thank you, Moorings Park, for the great ride.
Thank you, Moorings Park, for everything you have done for me.
Thank you, Moorings Park, for your support.
Thank you, Moorings Park, for all the things that you've given to all the partners all the time. You're always thinking about us and giving us the best equipment, the best time to do our job, and to do things for other people off campus as well through your giving to the community.
Thank you, Moorings Park. I see your love every day in the compassionate care you give.
On behalf of the Board of Directors, the resident, and the leadership team, thank you, partners, for everything you do to live out our mission every day.